Welcome back to the TGN League. My name is Cromar, joined once again by Caisha. This is Dutch Allstars versus PerryIDGAF, and I'll let you figure that name out. Game 2 on Twisted Treeline. And the colors have swapped from last game. So Perry's team is on the blue. Not hard to figure out since there's a guy named Perry on it.
2G.
Exactly.
Too
Exactly. Not
gangsta.
that difficult.
Too gangsta.
And the other one's Dutch Allstars on the red team.
That's clearly what is going on. What's going on there? He's Perry too gangsta. Too gangsta.
Yeah. So the comp, Free Flyers, who was playing Malphite last game, is playing Aatrox. And I've never seen an Aatrox on Twisted Treeline yet, but that's only because Aatrox is brand new.
Yep.
So,
and people don't play Twisted Treeline so much.
Yeah, people don't play him that often. Certainly, I hardly ever play it. So, it'd be interesting to see how good Aatrox is here. I imagine it'd be amazing. I mean, he has godly sustain, and he can jump over these stupid walls. So he's going to be really effective, I think.
Yeah.
And then Jeffers, who played the AP Lux, AP mid, is playing Scion, who I assume is AP Scion. And Perry 2G played the jungler last time. He's playing Vayne now. And then on the other team, Marchian, who played Zac as a pure tank, is playing Cho'gath, no doubt also as a pure tank.
Pure tank, probably.
And
probably, most likely, with Cho'gath.
I think it's a pretty good assumption. I mean, based on the way he played Zac, I'm sure he'll play Cho'gath in a similar fashion.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Extrain, who was their AD carry, who's an excellent AD carry, by the way, is taking the jungle with Warwick. And Fireheart, who was Orion in the last game, is taking Kha'zix. So, they're kind of keeping the same roles for the most part, except for the one switch-up, which is Perry 2G taking Vayne instead. And what's interesting is that Perry's team does not have a jungler at the moment. Scion appears to be counter-jungling, maybe, but he is not jungling, or just going for a gank. I'm not sure which.
Not real sure.
But doesn't have a jungler.
Yeah, junglers in Twisted Treeline is just kind of like, maybe not. Because
maybe not.
And in the standard, idea of jungling from Summoner's Rift is like you take Smite and you just like chill in the jungle, and it's not really how you do it so much in Twisted Treeline.
Yeah, much more ganking in Twisted Treeline as a jungler. So Jeffers going around the side, but Marchand's in too good of a position, so they're not going to be able to get him right now. And Free Flyers is just going to free farm. We didn't get to use that joke last game. Free Flyers able to free farm.
No, we didn't.
But
we did not.
I had to force it this time. I was waiting all game too. It just never happened because Marchand would never leave that lane.
You would wait that. I like how Warwick, as soon as the altars come up, he's like, you know what? Screw the wolves.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go take it. So.
Yep. Jeffers wants to fight him for it though.
Yep.
And they're gonna have an advantage here if Kha'Zix doesn't come to help. So we'll see.
Just missed.
Marchand trying to defend Extrain, and they're gonna give up that altar. The left altar is unclaimed, by the way, and
yeah.
It behooved them to take it soon.
This is the one they were going after. So this is actually an interesting strategy for Twisted Treeline. Is just obviously get the altars, which gives you buffs, right? The team buffs, and so that's why the Extrain just completely abandoned wolves to actually go cap it.
Yeah.
And so Scion was around there. He was waiting. He was like, all right, the altars are coming up. We're going to go do stuff. We're going to get it. And then he just walked right up and was like, what's up, Warwick? And then Warwick ran away pretty much. And so Scion was allowed to get the tower. So, clearly at least one person has, sort of played Twisted Treeline as far as strategy. You never know. I mean, if you threw me in here to Twisted Treeline, it'd be like, what's going on again? I don't understand. So I mean, I leveled. It's
one of the less. It's definitely the least played game mode, even behind Dominion.
Even behind Dominion,
from what I can tell. But they do have a ranked. They have a ranked queue for it, though.
They do. Well, it's just balance.
Some people take it very seriously.
Some people take it
very seriously.
For those of you that are super serious about Twisted Treeline, it is something that we're batting around as having a threes tournament. So keep on looking.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah,
that'd
we'll
be
see.
Fun.
We'll see. This King of the League is kind of a precursor to that. So, I'm just ranting while stuff is going. Not really anything's going on right now. So.
Not yet.
Not so much.
Marchand continuing to defend the tower in that 2v3. He has a level advantage now, which is pretty much what you'd expect.
Yeah, and he's also
Cho'gath.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, he's okay with the 1v2.
Yeah, exactly. And reclaiming their altar.
Yep.
Yeah. Dutch Allstars now even on towers. For those of you who don't play Twisted Treeline, aren't familiar with the new altar buffs, relatively new, I should say. I think it was like 6 months ago, or
Yeah,
almost a year ago when it came out.
Yeah.
To me, that's new. I'm an old man. But the way the buffs work, you get one tower, you get some extra mana regeneration, and you get extra gold per kill. And if you take the second tower, you also gain attack power and ability power. Attack damage, excuse me, and ability power. Sorry, a little bit of WoW words, terminology coming out. Ability power and attack damage, and just also the fact that you take 2, you denying the other bonuses to your enemies, which is what's even more valuable about taking 2. And that costs some gold anyway. Fireheart looks like he could have done some damage to parry if he hadn't had the interference from Jeffers, and the Scion stun gonna have to keep him there long enough that first blood going to parry. Extrain to come up to help, but he was way too late.
Yep.
Now Marchand is here, and blue team is just gonna kind of run for it. So Perry having a big advantage now. Using the flash to escape, probably worth it.
Yeah, probably.
He didn't want to waste any more health, and he just wants to get back to farming.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get caught by the Cho'gath Rupture. It's not exactly the best.
Nope.
That's no fun. That's no fun.
No.
So, can't blame him.
No point in wasting that health right there.
Yeah, I always love seeing Warwicks in general, just, jungling, etc. Because I think he's kind of a worthless champion. So,
Warwick, the suppress is so good. Carry diving. He's insane for carry diving.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he's good for, though. Like, it's hard for me to validate a Warwick. So I hope that this Warwick proves me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong.
He's not a bad control jungler either. I mean, he has his upsides, but I agree though that he's not the strongest champion right now. Might need some work. He's also a very simple champion, and it can be very boring to play because of the nature of his abilities. But that's just my opinion. I mean, some people, I'm sure, love playing Warwick. Just love the way his combos, and his suppress. Infinite Duress is pretty fun.
Yeah.
But
another flash from to get away from the rupture. People are scared of ruptures. Just saying.
Or they're just scared of this player, more like it.
I'd be scared of the rupture, okay? I don't care who's playing Cho'gath. If I get caught by a rupture with a Warwick on my butt, even if he's not level 6, like, I'd be a little scared.
Yeah, you can still slap you to death at this level, for sure.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Jeffers is only level 4. He's kind of behind right now. And he's not building AP either. He's got a Vamp Scepter. I'm really questioning the wisdom of building AD Scion on this map where you can't even farm your E. And where you've already got 2 allies doing AD damage. That's gonna hurt him.
That is questionable. I mean, the only thing I can assume, I can just maybe hope, is that they're just going for a push. I don't really know. Like, it's still not exactly, the split pushing in general is not exactly something that Twisted Treeline is known for, right? So it's, I don't know, maybe.
I think the thing is, like, Scion is such a weird, crappy champion, and the Riot designers have talked about how he's probably the worst designed champion in the game. None of his skills make any sense, and the idea is, I mean, you build AP on him and you lose 2 of your skills. You build AD on him, you lose 2 of your skills. So it's kind of stupid like that, right? Yeah. So he's a very confused champion, and most people play him as a mage, even though he's a giant guy with an axe with a bunch of Arnold quotes. I mean, nothing makes any sense. So, kind of reminds me of Mordekaiser being an AP champion, even though he's this big guy in armor with a mace. It makes 0 sense, but there you go. I mean, these champions have been around for a long time, and the design for this game has gotten more unified over time, and the newer champions make a lot more sense for the most part, except for Aatrox. Screw him. No,
hey!
Actually, Aatrox is pretty fun. He's actually really, really fun to play. But anyway, there's a gank coming in from Fireheart, finally getting something done. Glad to see that out of Kha'zix, and the Feast finishing off Free Flyers.
I was hoping for another Q from Aatrox, and didn't quite happen. It's okay.
Jeffers just unable to do anything in that fight. He's just completely contributed nothing to that fight.
I realize that Route of Ages is fairly standard on Cho'gath, etc. But he's not building complete tank just yet. He's going Catalyst.
Yeah.
It's not a total tank build.
He might be building Banshee's Veil. You never know.
Yeah,
Veil. I'm not sure which one is available on this map, but I think it's Banshee's Veil.
I'm holding out for Route of Ages though.
Jeffers getting smashed by that scream.
Yeah. Welcome to Cho'gath. Let's see.
Forced to go back again. He has his ult now, and if he's AD, his ult's pretty useful. But if he's AP, it's not. That's just how the champion is, right? And missing that rupture. I think he anticipated Free Flyers to go back a bit. I certainly would have. They're just gonna have a slugfest, and Free Flyers actually gave up on that fight. Interesting.
Well, I mean,
maybe he's afraid of the feast.
He doesn't have his blood well, you know.
It's true. It's true, and they're there. That's why he was scared of the feast, apparently. Wow.
As we were talking about it.
Just as we were talking about it, he gets flashed under the tower for feast.
Flash feast.
How about Marchan outplaying everybody in both games?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. And
so
there's
that is the
something
team
you could
captain
do.
for Dutch All-Stars,
There's nothing you could do about that right now. Like, it's just welcome to Cho'gath, you know.
Absolutely.
So, let me see.
Absolutely.
Poor baby Scion getting the one wolf. See? Rod of Ages. Alright. I feel vindicated now.
Good call.
Good job, Martin. Yay.
Yeah, we'll see what he builds from here. Probably Frozen Heart, I would assume. Somebody on their team has to, and he'd be the best candidate.
If someone doesn't buy Frozen Heart, then they're just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you got Aatrox, who's probably completely 100% going to build, you know, attack speed and cooldown reduction. I mean, that's just how you do it. That's how you do it.
If they don't get the Frozen Heart, then maybe a Randuin's instead.
That's maybe it's
that's
a
about the
little
only
bit,
other.
Yeah,
something that builds off of Warden's Mail, because they really need that attack speed slow badly. They don't have a Malphite in this comp, so they need that attack speed slow. And Warwick with the Infinite Duress on Aatrox, and Jeffers can't contribute anything. Parry doing a lot of damage, but the Exhaust is going to keep him back. Strain backing off just a little bit. Feast finishes Jeffers, who contributed nothing in that fight. I keep saying it, but it keeps being true. And Parry 2G hiding under the tower, taking a cue from Warwick, and there's the Rupture, and they're going to die. Fireheart is very confident about the kill and gets it. The Feast did miss, but it was enough damage that Fireheart could one-shot her. So
it wasn't a waste of the Feast, it was just a miss, you know, as far as
it was a miss. So there you go. Dutch All-Star is clearly going to, you know, with a commanding lead. I mean, there's almost no way they can lose at this point.
Yeah, definitely dominating.
It's basically it's a 2v3 right now.
Poor little baby Scion.
Fireheart is poor Scion. It was just a comp. It was a mistake in their comp.
Yeah.
And especially with the AP champion picking a Scion and not going AP Scion, that was really surprising to me. I didn't anticipate that. I didn't look at his runes in the beginning and to see if he had AP at the start. I just didn't even think about it because I just assumed.
Well, maybe his team assumed as well. Maybe he said, "I'm going to go Scion," and being the mid laner, they were like, "Okay," you know.
So it's going to be AP.
Maybe they just assumed he was going to go AP. I mean, who knows?
And they're like, "Why'd you build a Vamp Scepter again?"
Yeah.
And then Parry 2G dodging the Rupture, going to use their ult to stay alive, and they're going to keep this dive up because Marchan is so far ahead that he can take that many tower hits and be perfectly fine. And there's another kill. Now at this point they can just pretty much push straight in. I mean, they need to heal, but
they can pretty much brute force their way through.
Yeah, they can brute force it exactly because they can just 2v3 under the tower, take the tower, and they're done.
Pretty much.
You know, and Free Flyer is doing his best to get farmed up. He's going to be very dangerous very soon, and I think that in the right situation they can burst down Fireheart before he can get any real damage done. Kha'zix fairly squishy. He does have, of course, his stealth to avoid damage, but if they bring anti-stealth to the table, which they can, I believe they can buy. If I'm not mistaken, they can buy a Hextep Sweeper, Hextep Sweeper on this map. And boy, I hope I'm right about that because I'm pretty sure you can buy it on this map. I know you can buy it on Dominion, obviously, in ARAM. But I think you could buy it on this map. But if you get the Hextech Sweeper and you have the Cloud down ahead of time, as you're ganking him and he tries to ult through, it's going to effectively do nothing. And you should be able to kill him pretty easily. At least that's what I would do. Yeah, then pretty much all you need is the Scion's done at that point. So it should definitely be Scion building that. That way he'll be a little more useful to the team. And keep him stunned, and then combo it with Free Flyers. Fred Flyers. Is that some kind of business name? I think it sounds like it should be the name of like a grocery store or something.
It's definitely
or maybe a sporting goods store.
That's all I know. Oh my goodness.
Fred Flyers. If I ever start a sporting goods store, I'm calling it Fred Flyers. I don't know why.
That would make sense.
Anyway, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be a memorable name. You know, it's got that alliteration going on.
I guess it's
like
true.
Like a superhero secret identity. And so they're gonna take this altar here. Boy, I don't know where I got on that tangent from.
Yeah, and, I don't know. I just kind of let you go. I mean, man,
you just kind of let me go, right? I was basically free associating.
Yeah,
you know,
I was like, all right, go.
See what comes out of it. And Parry 2G getting jumped and having a stealth battle here between Vayne and Kha'zix, and the winner is going to be Kha'zix.
I feel almost like that Vayne keeps missing really good opportunities to condemn.
Opportunities for a condemn, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the feast, over half of Jeffers' health at once from that feast.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple. It was kind of weird.
Boy.
I've seen him miss it a couple times.
No, they surrendered. Wow.
Okay. Wow.
That was a little anticlimactic. I think they realized that they were completely hopeless, and they wanted to spare us 10 more minutes of slow pushing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, Caisha. I was really excited at the beginning of this game, but unfortunately, they made some mistakes in their comp at the start, and that kind of made it unwinnable for them. But
just practice
that's
a little
okay.
bit
March
more
in.
Practice a little bit more threes, right? Come back next week, and then there you go.
There you go. They'll all be next week, and March in, once again, the team captain with amazing play all around, and as well as Fireheart too. Both of them. So, all right, well, that was fun. Thanks, Caisha. See you next game.